I watched Hugh as he left. My line of sight remained there, despite him being long gone. No one said anything. I didn't have the courage to look at the two of them. What should I do? I was so angry at them both prior to leaving the tower. There were so many things I wanted to say to them, but they all vanished. They found out I'm a woman. They found out the secret I had been hiding from them for over 10 years. So for 10 years, okay. So since you were 6 or so? Shouldn't it be... Well, I guess 16 would still be technically longer than 10 years. What should I do? Should I apologize? How should I? I couldn't find the right words.
Judd, you go back to the tower.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I made an awkward sound with the silence suddenly broken.
Levi, walk her back.
Me? What about you, Levon?
I'll go back on my own.
Wait! I hurriedly tried to stop Levon from leaving. I need to say something. I kept it from you that I was a woman. I knew you knew. Yeah. We all knew you knew.
I knew.
Huh? Yeah, Levi's like, what? I'm convinced Levi had zero clue. He knew? Since when? I couldn't bring myself to ask that. Had to wait for another route. Levon didn't say anything else. With a bitter look, he walked away. Don't walk away with a bitter look and leave me with your brother who's like, what's just happened to my world? Levi?
It's nothing. Shall we go?
Okay. Levi and I walked in the opposite direction from Levon. Well, this is going to be a long walk. We stayed quiet, looking down at the ground as we walked through the forest. Our heavy footsteps pounding through the snow felt loud to my ears. Sorry, Levi. I finally managed to speak up. A part of me must have thought that Levi would be easier to apologize to.
For what?
There was only one thing I would apologize for. But the way he responded so casually was very much Levi. That was very reassuring at that moment. For never telling you that I was a woman.
I don't care. I'm sure you had your own reasons. But you did surprise me.
Huh? Oh. He responded so nonchalantly. I wonder if he was serious about that. I always had trouble telling whether Levi was joking or not. Sounds like someone else we used to know.
I'm actually glad you're a woman.
Oh? I wondered whether that was a joke, too. No, that was serious. Should I respond to that? Or should I just leave that alone? Well, we'll pick up on that later.
Oh, but can I ask you why you were pretending to be a guy?
Francisca told me to. She said I couldn't tell anyone that I was a woman.
Mother, huh? Then you had to.
Huh? That was enough to convince him? Just because Francisca said so?
If Mother chose it, then orders must be followed. I won't ask for any other reason.
Something felt off about his answer. Was Levi always this blindly trusting of Francisca?
Oh, but that means you didn't tell Levon either.
Yeah, but he said he knew. That's what he said. I really couldn't tell. Levon never showed any signs of him knowing.
Then he may have heard about it from Mother.
Really?
That means they don't trust me.
Oof. Oh, I don't think that's true. What an awkward exchange of words. I felt like I made a grave mistake in my replies somewhere. Levi's expression was gloomy, and his eyes seemed clouded. There was something strange going on. I felt the flicker of a flame inside my eye. Uh-oh. Levi.
Let's hurry. I need to go back before it gets any later.
Yeah. I don't remember what we talked about, or where we walked, or how we parted ways. I really didn't remember. Did Levi smile when he left? Or was he... The one thing I know for certain was that it caused a slight rift in Levon and Levi's relationship. It was because of my lie. I think the rift was there beforehand based on the short stories we did, girl. This may have added to the rift, but I don't think it was the cause. A few days later, the town was at a ceasefire, maintaining an eerie sort of peace. The fact remained that Francisco was killed. Could it be that the shock of it all had faded with time? The wolves and hawks could have regained a temporary calmness. I didn't know what happened with the plan to kill Olgar. I didn't know if they were still acting on it in secret, but since they refused my participation, I had no information to go on. I had originally gone to give them both a piece of my mind, but I now had something to be ashamed of myself. Thanks, Lucas. Levon.
Judd, what are you doing here? What if someone sees you?
Yes, I know, but I heard things have calmed down.
There's no harm in being careful. Go home.
You don't have to brush me off like that. By the way, where's Levi?
Beats me.
What do you mean, beats me?
He hasn't shown himself to me since then. It's like he's avoiding me. Jeez. He's still a kid in so many ways.
Since then? You mean...
It's not your fault. You should just go home. Those murders are still going on. Just focus on your own safety right now. Understand?
He didn't seem like he wanted to talk. It looks like he's not getting along with Levi, too.
Judd.
Whoa!
Hey, don't raise your voice!
You surprised me coming up from behind.
Hey, what are you doing anyway? You sure you should be walking around?
Levon said the same thing to me.
Oh, you were here to see Levon.
Not just Levon, you too, Levi. About killing Olgar. I want to...
Just do what you want.
What? Really?
Yeah, I don't care anymore, so do what you want.
Well, that sounds pretty slipshod.
Levon was originally the only one that opposed it. I thought that was out of the ordinary, so I just followed his lead.
So Levon...
Looking back, Levon probably opposed it because he knew you were a woman. And he never explained any of that to me. I'm going now. You take care.
Levi. About Levon,
Stop talking about him. See you later.
Levi! Such discontent in the wolf pack.
I see. So they've drifted apart through the fact that you hid your true gender.
Yeah.
I think you're overthinking it. That, or you're being too self-conscious.
You sure have quite the vocabulary. I dropped by the church on the way back to talk about things. The only Good job, tongue. The only ones I could talk to were these two people who also knew my secret. Pah! Correction. 2 people and 1 animal.
Elric, do not tease her. She is seriously concerned about it.
If you ask me, it's strange that they didn't know she was a girl after living with her all those years. It's my fault. Don't talk poorly of them.
Besides, I realized it on the day I met you.
That was because I let my guard down. I was really careful when we lived together.
And you're mulling over it because he found out now? Then it's your own fault.
Elric!
Ah! I was left speechless. I couldn't believe I was at a loss for words against a child. He do be spitting them facts, though. I must have looked especially down. Lawrence gently spoke to me as if to help.
I think it's just that the timing was bad.
Timing?
They both just lost their mother. In the worst possible way, I might add. They've lost their sense of composure, so it's not odd to see that they're unstable. And your secret triggered something to come to the surface.
But it's still a fact that I was hiding something from them.
But there was a reason for that. Or perhaps, is there something you had in mind regarding those two lads?
No! Not at all!
I'm sorry. That was a tactless way to put it. I'm well aware of your complicated circumstances.
I couldn't even tell Lawrence the reason why I had to hide my gender. And I was still keeping a secret from those two. I was still lying, even now.
I'm just speaking in generalities, but when a woman gets mixed into a group of men, it may cause all sorts of things to happen.
Yeah, you have experience with that, don't you?
But because many things happen, it can also form a closer bond.
Lawrence said he was speaking about generalities, but he seemed to be reminiscing about something in particular. Yes. Could he be talking from experience? Mayhap?
Even if you were a different gender, or if you look different, bonds can still be formed. In the same way that Elric and I have bonded.
Huh? Why are you bringing me up?
If we had met at a different place and a different time, we might not have joined together like this.
You were talking about a man and a woman just now, weren't you?
I don't know about that.
I don't get it.
As the two started fooling around, the words Lawrence spoke resonated within my mind. A bond. Did that exist between me and them? It should be there. I wanted to believe that it was. And if that was coming undone, I wanted to tie it up again. Tightly, stronger than before. And to do that, I needed to talk to them. To tell them what I had been hiding all along. That I'm a witch. Our bond might be irreparably destroyed if I tell them. That made me afraid. But I'll believe in those two. Lawrence, can I borrow the church?
I don't mind, but what are you trying to do?
I'm going to speak with them to break the ice. And put everything back in order again. Welp. The chapel felt so large when it was devoid of people. The floor was chilly. It was so quiet. I wondered if it was snowing outside again. How will they take this news, though? I mean, their mom died to protect the secret of someone that's not even, like, they're not related to at all by blood. And she's been lying about it for so long, and their own mother lied to them, and oh boy. I looked up at the stained glass windows. Oh. Kaladovia, are you nearby? The hazy glow felt oddly nostalgic, and it calmed my heart. I heard the door open behind me.
I brought them.
Thank you, Elric. I'm sorry I made you do this.
Seriously, you're driving me like a slave.
He mumbled a complaint, and I saw two people from behind Elric entering the church. Elric quickly went into the back room, leaving the three of us. This is awkward, but I have to do it. I called them here to remedy our broken relationship. I couldn't stay quiet the whole time. Sorry for calling you all the way here.
Seriously, we don't exactly have a lot of free time.
I don't mind. I was just wandering around, unlike Levon.
So for today, I wanted to properly apologize to you two for keeping a secret.
I don't care.
Of course you don't. You already knew.
Cut the crap, Levi.
There was still discord between them. Levi was being irritated while Levon seemed sullen. I didn't exactly have a plan before calling them over. I just needed to say something. You should have had a plan. I look around the church trying to find something. The light from the stained glass window caught my eye. That light caused a hidden memory to be revived inside of me. Is now really the time for memories? Do you two remember when we were small? We had a little adventure to the tower. Me, Levon, and Levi.
Adventure? Did we? I guess we did do something like that.
I do have a vague memory of it. I thought there was one more person.
Lucas? Lucas was there, wasn't he? I knows it. Levi, you suggested it. And then Levon and I tagged along.
He's always been stubborn ever since we were kids.
I'm starting to remember more. Yeah, we did. We did go.
Oh boy, are we going back to kids? Oh, we're going back to kids. Let's go. This looks like spring to me. Am I crazy? Do I or do I not spot leaves on the trees?
Is it all right to come this far?
It's fine. We're on an adventure.
Don't blame me if Mother scolds you for this.
You can go home if you're afraid.
I'm not afraid. Don't make fun of me. Besides, witches don't exist. You said you wanted to go look, so I'm just watching over you.
What? Yeah, they do exist. They come out in fairy tales all the time.
Fairy tales are all lies.
No, they aren't. They do exist.
Come on, stop fighting.
Whoa! Don't shout at me all of a sudden.
What's going on? Did you find something?
I think I saw something shining over there.
Huh? Where? Let's take a look.
Hey, don't! It's dangerous if you go alone.
You're a scaredy cat too.
Scaredy cat? Did you just hear a voice?
Like a person's?
I don't know. It sounded like a woman laughing.
A woman? Could it be?
They say there's a witch that lives in the forest.
There's way more to that memory. What happened? Even while we talked, the memories of our childhood were revived in my head. The memory of my childhood when I didn't have any responsibility or a care in the world. I feel... I don't know why. I've got this feeling that when they had that adventure, she wasn't part of their family yet. I'm going to stake a theory that her mom was still alive at this point, and they were just childhood friends. Like 5, 6 years old, because that seems to be the magic time in Psychedelica verse for things to go badly.
It's true that Levon was real afraid of it.
Yep. I can't believe it, knowing how Levon is now.
I wasn't afraid. I just didn't want to cause Mother any worry. If you remember, we were scolded harshly that day.
Ah, I think I remember. We all went home crying. Why were we crying again?
Well... I pointed at the stained glass window and the two looked up. We found a pretty sculpture that looked like that. And... Huh? I've seen that sculpture recently. I couldn't remember the exact shape, but I just had a feeling.
And then we heard some strange voice.
Yeah, that's right. And then we got scared.
Ah, right! It was the witch's voice! One of us yelled that it was the forest witch.
You said it.
What? No way, it wasn't me.
But it was indeed strange. That experience struck such fear in us, but we didn't remember until now.
Oh, that was right. This could have been one of the reasons why I couldn't reveal my secret. If I told them, they might have feared me like that time back then. That was why I ran away. You're right. You both cried at the witch's voice because you were afraid.
Levon was the one that was afraid, and I... Hey, Jed?
It's just a fairy tale. Why be so serious about it?
Why so serious? I should reveal the other secret I've been hiding from them. Well, it's a good segue. But I was still scared. Will they accept me like Francisca did? Or would they completely reject me? But there was one thing for certain. Keeping things in secret hurt them both. I needed to be honest and keep things open, even if it would hurt me. If that did happen, I deserved it. There's one more thing I haven't told you two. I wondered if I could do it well. I'd never done this intentionally, but I knew this feeling more than anyone. Oh, you're gonna just display it. That's smart. I heightened my emotions to focus a burning heat into my right eye. Oh boy, here we go.
Jed! You...
That eye!
Both of them cried out in surprise. They looked at my eye, dyed in a crimson red. Anyone who lived in this town knew when they saw the witch's eye. Whew. This is the other secret. I'm a witch. End of chapter? No. Okay. A long, long silence. I wonder what their next words might be. I was afraid. As the silence continues, the fear remained. I wanted them to say something. I want them to put an end to my fear.
So that's how it is. I knew it.
Levon was the first to speak, but his words were much different than the ones I had anticipated. What do you mean, you knew it?
Don't tell me you knew this, too.
I didn't. But considering how you faked your gender, it wasn't too far a stretch. I simply assumed that you had a really good reason as to why you went to such lengths to keep things secret. But after thinking a while, I concluded that it was impossible.
Damn, that's confusing.
I'm sure Mother knew, right?
Yes. Only Francisca. With her advice, I was able to dress as a man and move out a few years ago.
I see. It all makes sense now.
Levon accepted me. He didn't reprimand or antagonize me. But Levi?
Don't go being convinced about it all. I'm not so sure yet. Hey, Jed.
What?
You're a witch.
Yeah? Yes.
Since when?
Maybe from birth? At the very least, I've been this way as long as I could remember.
I see. Then can you destroy all of the hawks?
Huh?
You're a witch, aren't you? The one that brings disaster to the town.
I can't. I don't have the power. My eye turns red when my emotions heighten. That's it.
Then you're not a witch.
Huh? But...
The witch is feared because she brings disaster. If you can't do that, you're no witch.
Levi...
You need to learn how to be more direct.
Oh, shut up. It was very sweet. I'm on Levi's side.
Shut up! You're the last one I want to hear that from.
Thank you. I don't know if it was out of joy or relief, or perhaps it was quelled by my oncoming tears. The heat in my right eye quickly extinguished.
It's nothing to thank us about. I'm the one who should be sorry for keeping my silence about you.
No, it's all right. When did you find out, Levon?
I don't quite remember. I wonder when it was.
Well, thanks for being vague about that. I've only been wondering about it since I started this game, practically. I guess you gotta keep some secrets for your route, though.
You work so hard to hide that you're a woman, yet you still try to live a happy life. That inspired me to do better, to do my very best.
I see. Levon was always more calm and composed than me, so I never saw him that way. Well, if that memory's anything to go off of, he wasn't always that way. It was genuinely surprising, and it made me happy to know that. He's always accepted me for who I am since we were young.
You kept it a secret from me, too.
I had to. She and Mother both kept it a secret. It's not something for me to blabber on about.
Mother. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm sorry, too. I was just letting myself sulk about it.
No, I understand why you were mad, Levi.
No. Everyone has a secret or two they can't tell others. I know that better than anyone.
You have a secret too.
Then let's hear it.
I can't tell you!
Well, don't go teasing secrets, Levi. Come on, we're all sharing here. The smiles returned. Our original relationship was back, just like that. Woohoo! We grew up as brothers. Even when they found out I was a woman, that hasn't changed. Well, I don't know if I'd go that far, but sure.
Oh, by the way, Jed, since you're a woman...
Wow, he moved fast. Shame on you. Are you sure Levi and Levon are actually related? Because Levon's been just pining for decades at this point. And Levi's like, hey, now that I know for sure you're a girl, can I hit on you? Damn, son.
That means I can hit on you now, right?
Wait, no. I guess something did change. I hope that was just a bad joke. Nope.
Don't say stuff that'll bother her. Seriously, you're always so...
What? What's wrong with that? Or are you the one that won't like it? Levon, do you?
I said stop it.
Yeah, fine. Now that we've got that straightened out, I'm suddenly getting hungry. Let's grab something to eat.
Where can we go? What do you think will happen if the three of us go anywhere? We'll get surrounded by the Hawks immediately.
Then how about just going back to our hideout?
There's practically no food there. We only have some bread to last a while.
Seriously? What the hell do we do then?
Beats me. You're the one that wanted to go somewhere.
How about coming to the tower? It's a bit of a walk, but I can make you something.
Huh?
Huh?
Why are you so surprised?
Sorry. It was just so sudden for you to make that suggestion.
I haven't had your cooking in a while. Wasn't the last time you cooked with Mother?
I was amazed at how proper cooking could be made despite Mother's involvement.
The two of them might have been saying something really rude, but I knew how they felt. I don't have many ingredients there, but let me whip up something good to eat. I'm sure you're going to like it.
Oh, sounds good to me.
I'm looking forward to it.
I felt pressure that they were setting the bar higher, but I was sure they wouldn't complain even if I messed up. I mean, you can't do worse than Francisca. It had been a while since I cooked for anyone besides Ashen Hawk. This was starting to get fun. Nice.